you guys. Good. Good. Come in here. Good afternoon, you guys. It is Abalori here with 1725 days coming to you guys. Yes, I am working, but I am coming live. But I'm coming to you guys with day 16 of the Financial Gratitude Challenge. And please forgive me. Yes, I have to go live while my patient is sleeping. He is a baby, so yeah, gotta work and work. But I think my cough started hit. But again, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me for day 16 of the Financial Gratitude Challenge. And today we are talking about the impact of thankfulness on others in this financial journey. And I just want to come in really, really quick and talk about just being thankful and showing gratitude just out to the world, for the world to see. Now, I know when it comes to people being private and you wanting to keep things to yourself, and you might not be ready to share your financial journey or the financial things that you're doing, or you might not even be ready to share your financial problems or issues or concerns with the world. I know there are a lot of people who pretty much lead a very private life. They don't come to social media. They don't really divulge a lot of information to the world, especially when it comes to their money issues or finances in general. It can often sometimes be a touchy subject for a lot of people. It can be a deja vu topic that people don't like to talk about. I know there are a lot of people that have a lot of money traumas. They either grew up in a household where money was a taboo topic. They didn't talk about it, or they talked about it, or they heard their families fight about it. They heard their parents fight about it. Maybe their parents got divorced over money, but money was a sole just a contentious issue in their home, and so they don't like to talk about it. They shy away from it, and so they take that into their adulthood. They don't want to talk to their spouses or their significant others about money. They're just like, hands off. You take care of it. I don't want to discuss it. It's a trigger topic. It's just something I don't want to deal with. And I certainly can understand that. I certainly know that it is something that a lot of people are just not comfortable talking about. Me specifically, personally, I don't have an issue divulging, that I grew up in a house where I had two parents. My dad was great with money. My mom, not so great. Now, don't get me wrong. She paid her necessary bills that she needed to pay. But however, she was not the person that sat down and did a budget. She just paid her bills on a whim. She just knew her car payment needed to be paid. Let me just go ahead and pay it. She didn't strategically write down a budget. My dad was the pen, paper, budget person. And I talked about this previously in my videos on YouTube. My dad was the budgeting guru in our house. He was the budgeting person. My mom was not. She was awful with money. My dad was the budgeting guru. And so as I got older, I developed my money habits around my dad. My dad was the one who had A1 credit. He had like the 800 credit score. He had, I think I spoke about this in one of my previous videos, but he had the credit cards to every big box store that you can name. He had, anytime he can go to the store and they ran his social security number, he got approved right then and there. Like banks approved him, big box commercial stores approved him. My mom, not so much. She was always a co-user on my dad's account. But I say all this to say that I did not grow up with money traumas. I just pretty much knew that I listened to my dad. I saw what he did and I mimicked it in my adult life. However, just as I got older, when I got into business, I bought my home. Um, my money issues came with a spouse who just wasn't that great with money, sort of kind of the opposite of my parents. Um, and so as we separated and went on our separate ways is when I accumulated the bills from our separation. And so that is what I am tackling now. But I say all this to say is I share my story with people, and even in the midst of my circumstances and my issues, I still give thanks to God that I am able to pay off debts. I am able to come out of my journey, as smooth as possible. I am able to become debt free. I am able to, well, at least become as debt free as possible. And debt free for me, you guys have heard me say, I am doing this in phases. I am doing this in increments. The first part of my debt free phase is I have to, I had a lot of and it wasn't me, it was my son and my ex. They had a lot of tolls and he didn't pay taxes on his cars. And that kind of blew over into me that I wasn't able to register my car and do the things that I needed because back tolls and taxes and things needed to be paid. And, they tack on fees and it was just a mess. So as I'm getting out of that phase, I thank God that I am able to pay these things off, that it's moving pretty quickly, that I should be done this phase, hopefully by the end of this year, and I can move into phase 2 with paying off some credit cards that I had. But with that being said, I am making sure that I come to you guys and I employ giving gratitude, giving thankfulness, and inspiring people to be thankful in their debt-free journey. I have come to realize that in this season of me doing this 30-day financial gratitude challenge, that each day I am centering, I am consciously saying thank you to God for all of the things that he has brought me to and through with this gratitude challenge, meaning any obstacle that I have faced while coming out of debt. And some of those obstacles has been learning to not only take care of my current household bills, because now I'm a single parent, taking care of 2 boys, one 12, one in college. So doing the intricacies of paying down debt and still maintaining a home, working extra, maintaining a business, like things that I am doing, I am giving him the glory, the honor, the thankfulness that he is allowing me to actually enjoy this journey of learning more about, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I am thanking him that I am learning more about getting out of debt and staying out of debt. I never was a person who carried high debt anyway, but just learning that it was a reason why I never intended to ever go into debt like that, other than just having my house mortgage and then, of course, student loans from graduate school. But I was never a person that carried high debt. I've always had a great credit score. So those things were never truly an issue to me until last year. But with that being said, just giving him thanks for learning more about me, learning more about me having better money habits, and showing you guys the impact of me being grateful, me being more humble, me having a better impact on not just my community, not just social media, but just coming face to face with you all in 30 days, day 16, of telling you guys that I am grateful of the space that I am in. I am grateful of the journey that I am in. Yes, there were times that I have become frustrated. Yes, there were times that I doubted if I could ever do this. Yes, there are times that you guys have seen videos where I have just said that I was frustrated because I was at a point where things were kind of stagnant and I did not see the end result. I was like, I don't know if this is going to happen, because things were shifting, but they were shifting in a good direction. But I just wasn't seeing it because I was doing things so fast in the beginning that when I hit that stagnant part, I felt like, oh man, I'm about to fail. But not realizing it was God saying, hey, slow down, enjoy this path that I have you on, because, things could be rocky. They may get a little rocky, but however, I need you to slow down and learn this lesson right here, because if you ever hit this patch, I need for you to understand what you need to do if you hit this patch again. And so with that being said, this is where we have to give thanks and gratitude. This is where I'm employing you to, if you hit a rough patch in your debt-free journey, if you hit a rough patch in your journey of, say, you might not be able to save the amount of money that you wanted to save this week, or you may not be able to add to that particular retirement plan this week. You might not be able to pay off that, pay on your particular credit card this week. I know for me, this week, I had an unexpected debt where I had to call the plumber and I had to put out the deductible of $125. Okay, that was an unexpected expense. But however, I was glad that I had the means to pay that, and I didn't have to charge it and things like that. So for me, mentally being prepared, going to God in advance, allowing him allowing him to give me the mindset to be grateful that I have it now to be able to do it, is where I also got to come in and give him thanks, be humble, be grateful. And so my impact on you guys is when you're seeing that I have faced the challenge, I am coming to you to know that you can get through. Sometimes God is just waiting for you to say thank you. He's waiting for you to be a little bit more humble. He's waiting for you to show just a smidgen of gratitude before he can bump you to that next level, before he can get you through that obstacle. And so the impact of thankfulness that I want to employ on you is just be thankful. Just be grateful. Just give honor. Just give praise. Just allow him the grace and the mercy to work on you. And so with that being said, when it comes to your finances, I am going to leave you with 3 questions as it relates to your financial journey. And so the questions that I have for you are, how does your thankfulness and generosity inspire others in their debt-free journey? I know for me, I am thankful that I'm coming through this journey. I am thankful that, it's going to come to an end, rather sooner than later, hopefully, sooner. But if not, I am still grateful in the journey. The generosity of him allowing me that once I come out of this debt-free journey, I will be able to give more freely to the charities that I like to partner with and to give back. I give now, but I know once I come out of debt, I'll be able to give a little bit more freely. Right now, I strategically have to budget so that I could pay these things off. Once I'm able to pay things off, I could give a little bit more freely, especially for my tithes and offerings. I know that this, being able to give a little bit more, I can share these stories to inspire others. The other question is, how can I lead others? How can you lead others to give thanks to God today in their debt-free journey or whatever they're doing with their finances? Again, I'm leading you guys to just give thanks to God for each and every step of your debt-free journey. Even if it's the minute where you have a snag, you're not able to pay a bill this week or even this month, just give thanks to God for where you are in that process. And right now, where you are in that process is where you're supposed to be. Where you are in the journey is where you are supposed to be. He has you placed strategically right where you need to be. No need to rush the process. No need to be down on yourself. No need to be upset. No need to curse, scream, fight. Ask, he has you right where you need to be, because it's something right here in this step that he needs for you to understand. And even if it is a snag, it is a snag that he wants to make sure you need to learn what you need to learn. For me, I needed to learn patience. I needed to learn that you got to learn, because you paid these first 10 bills off very quickly. Now I'm going to hit you with the next couple bills. You're not going to be able to pay these off as quickly. So I need for you to learn patience. I need for you to learn to trust me. I need for you to learn that I am setting it up for you in the background. So when you call these people and you set up an arrangement, you might not have to pay the full amount, but just trust me, I am working it out for you in the background. And so the last question and I have for you today is your action step. Perform a random act of kindness today and let it point others toward gratitude for God's financial provision. So today, pay it forward with the random act of kindness. I think the most simple one is typically everyone pays for a cup of coffee for somebody. The next person, behind them in line, let me pay for his or her cup of coffee behind me. Let me pay for his or her, meal behind me in the car behind me. That's usually typically the easiest one that everybody does as a random, act of kindness, is just to pay for the next person's meal or coffee behind you, either standing behind you or in the car behind you. And so just a random act of kindness, and just hopefully that person will pass it on. Not everybody's going to do it. That's not up for you to decide. We don't know whether or not we're not doing it for the next person to do the same thing. We're doing it because it's an act of free will. It's just giving honor and glory to God that but if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been able to pay for our cup of coffee or our meal. And so that's just my tidbit for today. And through our budgeting and our savings, we were able to get an extra, an extra large coffee today, where we usually can only afford a small, or we've only budgeted for a small. Because we had a little bit more, we just went on and said, hey, let me go ahead and get a large. I haven't had a large in a few months. Let me go ahead and treat myself to a large today, because I have been diligent in paying my bills. I have been diligent and staying on task, on budget. And so, you just, however you choose to pay it forward, showing your random act of kindness, or even just simply saying, God, I could have bought that large, but I'm going to take what I could have put and I'm going to put it towards, a charity, or paying that extra $5 towards, somebody getting a meal or something like that. So that is it for today, you guys. I just wanted to come live, and hopefully this 30 days gratitude challenge is inspiring to you. I hope that I'm inspiring you to continue on your budgeting and debt-free journey. And if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me. Don't forget, the challenge guide is free. It is something that you just don't have to do for the month of November. You can continue this throughout the new year. Any month that you feel free, that you're inspired to be in gratitude, this is a great challenge for you to do. You don't have to do the all 30 days. You can do 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, whichever you are inspired to do. So with that being said, I am hopping off, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 17 of the 30-day financial gratitude challenge. Talk to you later.